Oh, well, now it's being recorded.
Yeah, I found that. I'm just finding buttons here. Then we'll get this started.
All right, we'll get the party started.
I'll introduce you in 1 second. If I have to go log into my other phone, to my computer. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna just make you I just made Brian Heflin host. Darn it. Hey, Brian, can you turn the host over to Hillary?
Hopefully Brian's there to do that. He's the host now, so we'll see.
I just messed that up.
You guys, you know what this proves? Anybody can do this business.
Hey,
right,
Brian.
Chris?
Okay, let me see if I can do it, Chris. Let me see.
Man, oh man, I'm really messing this stuff up.
You know, I'm not very technical here. You know that. Wait, okay, I see it.
Bye.
So give it to Hillary. Let's see. Okay.
I think if you're on your phone, I just figured out, I think you press their name.
Okay.
And it does it, but I didn't know that. And somehow your name got pressed. And I just said,
I pressed their name, but where does it say now? It brings up a series of
I think you hit more and then you should be able to make me the host. Otherwise, Brian, if you're gonna like hang out with us, all I was really hoping for was just, oh, I'm the host. There we go. Yay!
Hey, I learned something today. All right, I love it.
So you all get to experience the fact that we're not experienced and we can still win and still have fun and still have success. And guys, I'm excited for y'all today because y'all are about to hear from a young lady. And my favorite part about this business, this industry, are the relationships that we create and the basically really getting to know people and find out who they are, their heart, and really to be able to dig into what do you want, what does that look like, what does that feel like, and all that. And I'm excited for Hillary because they're about to buy a new house on acreage and all that stuff. And it's so cool to be able to watch people's lives change. And I love that. But the most important thing about our business is the people. We are in the people building business. And the cool thing about it is it's a people building business and a personal development business where we get paid to work on ourselves and get better and get paid to become the best version of ourselves. And what I can share about this young lady is that she is a student of herself, meaning she's always looking at what can I improve? What can I do better? How can I become better? Has an awareness. Like we've had so many incredible deep conversations where she's really just sharing about, self-sabotage or different little things of our programming. And what I love about her is that she's always willing to work on herself and take her life to the next level. So I'm excited for y'all today because you're about to hear from someone that is not only doing the deal, making things happen, helping other people make things happen, but is just an incredible individual and another person that I get to call my friend. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Hillary Scott.
Oh, Chris, thank you so much for that introduction. Everything you said is true. Just kidding. You guys, if I haven't met you before, my name is Hillary. I have been with this incredible company for 2 years now, 2 years. But if you don't know me, I'll give you a quick little backstory. I am a mom, a wife, but when I started in this industry over 8 years ago, I was a single mom with 2 kids on the verge of bankruptcy, broken, like rock bottom. Okay. And I had just closed a decorating and design store. I thought that that's what I was going to do for the rest of my life, but it was a brick and mortar business. And it literally sent me in a lot of debt, a lot of debt. And I just didn't know what I was going to do. Right. I had these 2 little kids looking at me, and I didn't know how I was going to be able to provide for them. And so I started with a company, obviously not this one, tried their products. They started to work for me. I felt great. I saw changes, and then I saw the business opportunity. And when I was 18, I sold jewelry for a little while. So I've been in network marketing before, but that was a lot of work. That was a lot of work, like lugging this jewelry to places, standing up in front and like doing these presentations, going into people's houses. Like I'm dating myself, you guys, I'm 39. So 18, that's like a long time ago, 21 years ago. We were like writing invoices, right? Like writing invoices and you'd fax the things in. So, I mean, like when I was presented with this and tied in with social media and all of the technology that we have now, I was like, okay, I can do this. So I started sharing my story. And like Chris said, I really started working on myself. At 18, I did have a suicide attempt. I've suffered with depression and anxiety my whole life. So I have been on a self-healing journey for a really, really long time. And I believe firmly that we're always in the middle. We're always in the middle. So I call it owning your middle, because really, truly, we never arrive, right? Like you never want to arrive. You always want to be growing and evolving. And this industry, this opportunity has sent me on a path of continual growth and evolving and really stepping into, as cliche as it is, the best version of me. And that's what I want for each and every one of you, not to be me, but to be you, the best version of you, because only you can show up in the world as you. Okay, that's the beauty of how the Lord created us. We're all unique. And so many times, what I've seen, especially over the years, and what I've done myself, and that's why I can speak to this, is we focus way too much on who we're not, that we miss out on who we are. So I want you guys to stop focusing on who you're not, what you're not doing, all of those things, and focus on who you are. Who are you? What strengths do you have? Let's focus on those and bring those to the table, because I'm going to tell you the formula for success. You're going to want to write this down. The formula for success is impact plus action equals income. Okay, so let's talk about right now, right off the bat, impact. How many of you can be honest and say that you have a vision board, a why written down, an impact that you're wanting to make? Do you have those things? I see some hands, yes, and maybe some people are like, oh yeah, they've told me before, but I haven't really done it. So I want to talk about impact right now, because it's truly, truly the foundation. The foundation that you build from is the impact that you want to make. The reason why it is so significant and so important to have that rock solid impact as your foundation is because although this business is not, quote, hard, right? Like we're not asking you to go outside and dig ditches and, do all sorts of crazy things and lift bricks and whatever, right? It's not easy. Meaning we deal in the flesh, right? We deal in the world. And oftentimes the biggest hurdle is that fear of judgment, that fear of rejection, that fear of what are they going to think of me? If I message Lisa, is she going to think I'm just trying to make a sale? Is she going to think it's one of those pyramid schemes? Is she going to think, right? We've all played those, what is she going to think tapes in our head. So how do we get over that? We focus on the impact. We become so rock solid in our beliefs. And I call them my 4 pillars of belief. Okay. The first belief is belief in network marketing in the industry. Do you have rock solid belief in what we have as a whole here, in the opportunity that we have? Right? Do you have rock solid belief in our company, in the leadership, in the vision, where we're going? Do you have rock solid belief in our products? Are you using them? Are you using them correctly, my friends? That's huge as well. Are you using them as a tool or as a crutch? Right? Are you using them as a tool or as a crutch or as an excuse? Right? Because we all know, we've all had those customers, or maybe we've done it ourselves, right? Oh, I have my coffee, I have my products, I'm going to go and eat McDonald's. They should work, right? This coffee is supposed to work. I'm going to eat this pizza because it's supposed to work. We also have to work with the products and help our people use them as a tool, not a crutch, right? It is a tool, okay? So belief in the products, not only for yourself, but the impact they're making on others. And the fourth one, and the one that I will tell you time and time again, it's why if there's a call you're going to get on Mindset Monday. Get on Mindset Monday, because it is the belief in yourself. That has to be rock solid, firm. Now, it's going to vary, right? Day to day, it's going to vary. But when you can come back to those pillars, right? When you can come back to those pillars, sometimes maybe we lean on one more than the other, but they all have to be strong, right? Those pillars of belief. Now, the impact that you're wanting to make, all right? How many of you have a dollar amount, right? Like when you started, you're like, oh, I just want to make $500, or I just want to pay for my products, or whatever that is. How many of you started kind of there with an income amount that you could possibly want to make? There's no right or wrong answer here, my friends. And, yeah, so you had a dollar amount that you had in mind. But let me tell you this. Over the years, in my experience, anytime I solely focused on a dollar amount, on an income, on a rank, I never achieved it. I never achieved it because my energy and my focus was off. That's why I started this off with impact plus action equals the income. You have to start with what impact you're wanting to make. What is that impact? Because the dollar amount, the rank, the income, all that, I can promise you will come. I promise you it will come. But you have to have the impact, the vision, plus, this is where a lot of people want to skip this step, the action, the activity, right? The activity, the daily action steps, because I get it, you guys. I want to go from 0 to 100 too. I don't want to mess with 1 to 99, right? We don't want to, but that's where the beauty is. That's where the growth is. That's where we get to learn and evolve. So if you catch yourself, oh man, I should be doing XYZ, or I really, whatever. Don't should yourself here, my friends. You can't should yourselves into action. You have to want it, and you have to see it as not a have to, but a get to, and a choice of wanting to, because at the end of the day, no one is here over your head going, Nietzsche, did you message all your people today? Did you add people? Did you do your activity? Right? I didn't see you punch in. You don't have anyone doing that, because we are the CEO of not only our business, but our lives. So stop allowing excuses. And oftentimes, and you guys, everything I'm sharing with you is because these are things that I did and I had to overcome. Oftentimes, I would allow my why, right? That impact to become my why not. Meaning, I'm doing this for my kids, right? Part of why I'm doing this for my kids. The impact that I'm wanting to make for financial freedom, right? To show them whatever that looks like, right? But they have activities, or they're busy, or they need mom, or whatever. And now I've just used why I'm wanting to do this as my why not. Now it's an excuse of why I'm not doing it, right? So make sure you feel firm and know that you get to decide, because the reality is you don't have to do anything. You really don't. You don't have to do anything. But if you have that vision, if you have that goal, then you want to. And that feels so much better than telling yourself you have to, right? Because now you're already in a place of ownership, control. You're driving. You're steering the ship. You're on the rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're in control. Okay. There is power in our words. There is power in our thoughts. That's why I focus so much on it, because oftentimes that's the roadblock. That's the thing we come across, right? That stops us. And we're like, oh, here we are again. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we are again. And there's a lot of that, you guys. There's a lot of it. I'm not immune to it at all. At all. I will tell you, even getting ready for this call this morning, it's interesting. Every level, new devil, right? Every time we get to a place, there's a new thing. And that enemy, man, he is relentless, right? He is relentless. He is going to do everything he can to stop you, to tell you, oh, it's okay. No. Don't message them. I know this could be scary, right? This could be scary. Or even more so, my friends, it's in our subconscious. It really, truly is, right? You're going to go message somebody, and maybe a tape plays of when you were in grade school and you asked to sit with somebody at a lunch table. Okay. Our brain is powerful. It wants to protect us. Okay. It doesn't want us to do scary things, right? It wants to protect us. So when you come across these moments, it becomes a place of awareness, right? Step one, becoming aware. Like, oh, okay, this is a very similar thought to what I've had before. I see you. I know what you're trying to do. And then that's when you go to your impact and what you're wanting to accomplish to get through it, right? So impact, clear, solid vision of where you want to go. And that is unique to you. Your impact, your vision is yours and yours alone. This is the only place where you get paid to dream. The only place. You get paid to dream, you get paid to grow, right? Because through all of that, again, the income's coming, my friends. The income's coming. How cool is that we get to do that, right? So, action. All right, let's talk about action, because it's not enough to post and pray. I've said it, right? And a lot of us use attraction marketing. Okay. So I love attraction marketing so much, but there's also a caveat to that, like it back. Okay. So if you think that all you do is post, go into your stories, and that's it. No, my friends. And maybe you're like, oh, that's why. Okay, great. Pay attention. I'm going to tell you how to get into some action here. Okay, to get into some action. And we have all heard, the like, know, and trust, right? They've got to like you, know you, trust you. Okay, but another piece to that, like, know, and trust, is we're all selfish. We really are. We're like, what's in it for me, right? You may be on this call, you're like, okay, speed it up. Like, give me the nuggets. I want to know what's in it for me at this point. Like, she's cute and all, and she's sharing some nice stuff. She seems sweet, but what's in it for me? I got things to do, right? Okay, that's very much how your audience sees your posting. Oh, they're nice. That's cute. But what's in it for me? What problem are you going to solve for me, right? Are you posting like that? Are you sharing how you're solving problems? That's part of sharing your story of this used to be me. These were the problems I had, right? This is the solution. I would love to help you, right? You have to also show them how you're solving a problem of theirs. Because again, it's like, we all think our kids are cute. I mean, come on, right? My kids are the cutest, all right? But everybody has cute kids, and everyone thinks their kids are the cutest, Okay. So if part of our posting and like interacting, yes, we want to, but we're just posting cute pictures of our kids all the time. And again, it's the like, know, and trust factor, right? They like you, they know you, they trust you, they see your kids, but that's as far as it goes. Oh, I like her. She seems like a fun mom. Matt, where does that go from there? How about, how is she a fun mom? Was she always a fun mom? Did she always have the patience? Nope. That was the problem. I loved my children. I love my children very much, but this mama was tired. She was sad. She was broken. She sat on the couch watching Netflix all day to the point of, hey, are you still watching? Of course. What kind of question is that? I have been here watching 24/7 for the last month. Of course I'm still watching, right? That's a problem, right? That's a problem. If you're watching Netflix and that thing comes up, are you still watching? That's a problem. Okay, that's a problem. We have a solution to that problem. I was setting alarms on my phone to get up an hour before my husband came home to make it appear that I wasn't sitting on the couch all day watching Netflix. That's a problem, right? That's a problem. I was locking myself in my bathroom, crying on the floor, begging God for something else for me. That's a problem, right? We have a solution. We have a solution to that. Share that. Share that solution to those problems, okay? Now, this company by far exceeds all expectations when it comes to training available for you, when it comes to resources available for you, all of the things, okay? You have all of the things at your fingertips, all right? But are you utilizing them? Are you taking action? Have you set aside even 30 minutes a day of intentional activity for your business, right? Because I'm going to guarantee, I'm a mom, so I'm going to speak to the moms. I guarantee you set aside more than 30 minutes a day for those children that you're raising, right? You set aside more than 30 minutes a day for them. You've probably spent more than 30 minutes a day shuffling them to and from activities during the summer, right? There's a problem you can speak on. Tired. Who's tired of being carpool mom, right? Here I am, like Uber driver, nurse, all the things. Like I'm exhausted. Thankfully, I have my cup, right? There's a solution to that problem. Now, I'm not saying we got to be like, we live in rainbow and unicorn land 24/7 and act like we're peeing out rainbows. All right. Like life happens. Okay. Life happens. I get it. We need to be real and authentic. But my friends, I'm going to give you a hard truth. If you're being a little bit negative, Nancy, on your Facebook or sharing some nasty stuff, sorry. You can't be sharing happy with that, right? You can't be sharing happy with that. Now, things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. My son literally just broke his hand in baseball. Okay. Things are going to happen. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, here we go. Life again, right? But let me tell you a lesson from him in that. He's up to bat, right? He's up to bat. He's bats left, but he's a right-hander. So he's swinging the bat around. And while his force and momentum of swinging the bat, the pitch hits him right here in the hand. Okay. And I see it happen and I do what every good mom does. Shake it off. Shake it off. There's no crying in baseball, right? So he shakes his hand like this and he stays right up to bat. Kid doesn't even shed a tear. Doesn't even shed a tear. That he was so focused on hitting, on batting, right? That didn't even shake him. If an 11-year-old boy can stand up to the plate with a broken hand and still want to swing the bat, you can message somebody. You can make a post, okay? You're not going to die. You're not, I promise you, right? Now, I've heard this saying before recently, and it's gone around, and it's, who loses if I don't win? Okay? Who loses if I don't win? Because so many times we think and we want to humble ourselves, right? Like, oh, I don't want to like really win. But we have to win, my friends. We want to win because us winning is other people winning as well, right? That's that impact. Us winning is them winning. We're all winning. All right. It's like Oprah, you win, you know, you get a car, you get a car. We're all winning. And as we expand as a global company, we're having global pools, right? We all win together. All right. And we don't want to take away someone else's opportunity to win because we decided to lose, because we decided not to show up on that day. We decided to go sit in the dugout and not even try. After he did that, guess what? He went out to the field and he batted another time. And he batted another time. He didn't give up. If an 11-year-old boy can do that, you can surely put 30 minutes a day into your business. And you guys, I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to myself. It's amazing how the Lord shows us in little ways every single day, little whispers of you got this, little lessons all the time. But too often we are so busy making excuses. We're so busy looking at the hard that we don't see the good. All right. So what action, what activity? In your back office, if you have not looked under the resources tab, you're going to want to. There are a lot of resources there for us. All right. One of them in the back office is called our daily tracker, social media daily tracker. It's right in your back office under resources. All right. I'm going to go over this for you because I feel like what could potentially happen, especially if you're brand new, is you may look at this and this may look like foreign language. They're like, ooh, what does it even mean? Right? Or you may look at it, and friends, it's okay to admit this. You know, first step is admitting it, then we fix it, right? But don't live in denial land. We have to be honest with ourselves, right? First step is getting it printed out, right? Getting it printed out. It's perfect. It's Monday to Sunday. Gives you a little tracker, keeps track. We're honest with ourselves, right? So I'm going to tell you really quick what I've designed and what works for me as far as keeping track of people. Because again, if you don't have a list of names to work from, right, you should all have lists. Who on here has lists of names of people that you're messaging, following up? Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. So I call mine an 8 list, ATE, attract to elevate. All right. I'll tell you, when I first got into this industry, I personally am not a fan of like message everyone and their brother. Oh, okay, write down who's your kid's dentist. Let's send them a message. No, that's weird, right? One of the rules, we're not going to be a weirdo. All right, we're here to make an impact and a difference, right? That's being like everybody else. We don't want to be like everybody else, but we also need to have a list to work from because there's only so many hours in a day, right? Okay. And for me personally, having a list to work off of relieves so much like anxiety and anxiousness, and it stops this scroll, 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 and getting stuck in scroll land. And before you know it, you're like, oh my gosh, it's been 30 minutes. I haven't even done anything, right? So Set a timer if you have to, my friends. Set a timer. Do it's called the Power 30. I actually have a training on it where I literally walk you through, okay, go do this for 5 minutes. You can pause the video. Go do this for 5 minutes. Pause the video. Whatever that looks like. I can shoot that over so y'all can see it, or do some, do another training on it. But intentional activity. So why I mentioned this is the first 2 activities on this list say comment on 10 to 5 prospects in the morning and comment on 10 to 5 or 10 to 15 prospects in the evening. All right. So hold on, I need a drink of water. Okay. Now you may be saying to yourself, I don't have 15 prospects. I don't even know if I have 5. This is where the 8 list comes into play. All right. The attract to elevate. You have people who are ready, like, know, and trust you, right? These are people that comment on your post, both coffee and non-coffee related. These are people that like your posts, both coffee and non-coffee related. These are people that view your stories, both coffee and non-coffee related, right? These are leads. These are potential people, right? That like you. They like you, they know you, they trust you, they're interacting with you, they want to be a part of your world. The next piece, again, like I shared earlier, is solving a problem for them, right? Now, I don't want to, okay, Marcy likes my stuff. I'm not going to go unless I know Marcy really well. And if I know Marcy really well, she would have been one in the beginning that when I first started, I would have gone to her and been like, Marcy, sister, listen, I know you drink coffee. All right. I found this coffee. It's incredible. It's done XYZ for me. You got to check it out. Right? How is that hard? How is that any different than, Marcy wants a new vacuum and they got one on sale at Target? Right? You're just, here you go, right? Messaging, normal conversation. We get so weird when we think it's an income, right? When you're on that side of like, ooh, I'm going to get something from them and like, they're going to pay, I'm going to get a percentage. That gets weird. That gets on the other side. That's where your focus is off. If you go back to the impact, how are you wanting to help Marcy? Marcy's on the struggle bus like all of us other moms. All right, Marcy needs some help. She's all but hooked up to a, IV of caffeine. Marcy needs some help. So you're about to help the sister out. You're going to message her and get her into your customer group and offer her a chance to look at what's happening. Now, back to the 8 list. These people are going on your list. This is a network marketing, right? This is relationship marketing. Okay. So you're going to want to build that relationship further, the like, know, and trust factor by going and commenting, interacting, not being weird, being a normal human, a kind soul that's wanting to help, right? So work off of that 8 list, attract to elevate, pick people off of it. It's going to help also, like, here's the deal. We can't just rely on the Facebook algorithm to show us our friends because it doesn't. It doesn't. So we have to do a little bit of the legwork to get us there. All right. So what I love to do personally, my go-to, especially on anyone who's on my 8 list, my attract to elevate, where I'm really wanting to bring them into the community for either product or whatever, I love to first check and see if they have a story, because when you reply to stories, you're in the inbox and it's like the money spot. Now you're in the inbox. You're like, yes, I'm in there. You've heard it before, you guys. I'm not the one to coin this statement, but you'll hear it over and over. Millionaires are made in Messenger. That's where the money is. The money's in the Messenger, right? That's where the conversations are. And another thing to remember is that we're not here to have a monologue. Social media is not supposed to be a monologue. You need and want to be making sure that you're posting, your things are striking up conversation, promoting a dialogue, asking a question, right? Be more interested than interesting. It's not about us. It's not about how cool we are. It's not about whatever. It's about them. Okay. So a way I like to do this too, to stand out to people on Facebook, right? To my friends, especially on this list. And you guys, here's the other thing is the enemy is also going to whisper, well, is that really genuine? That doesn't seem really genuine. If you're really just doing it to try to get a sale. No, I'm doing it to try to help them and impact their lives. So quiet. All right, next, moving forward, right? Every time. Nope. Change the tape, change the tape, change the tape. Eventually, the tape that's going to come up is the impact, right? Over time, but it takes time. Okay. So say, you know, Nietzsche got a new dog. So Nietzsche posts, here's my new dog, right? And everyone is on there going, oh my gosh, so cute. Love it. So happy for you, right? Like Nietzsche has a baby, okay? She's like, congratulations, whatever it is, okay? Whatever, some monumental moment. And every single comment is the same on there. We all have seen the post, right? We want to be that interruption to the pattern. Because when we can interrupt that pattern, we can get attention, right? We can shift the focus, right? So Nietzsche gets a new dog. Everyone's saying, congratulations, love it. What if you went in and said, Nietzsche, oh my gosh, it's amazing. What breed is that again? How did you decide to choose that dog? How'd you choose that breed? Or, oh wow, what a fun name. How did you pick his name? I'm asking a question. I am now starting dialogue versus just monologue. And I can promise you, friends, again, we are curious creatures, all right? Nietzsche's friends are going to look at the comments. Don't lie. If you're not a comment reader, I know you are, okay? Especially if they're juicy, right? Like if they're really good comments, you're like, woo! It's like the GIF, the Michael Jackson GIF where he's eating the popcorn. You're like, just here for the comments, right? So what they're going to do is they're going to say, oh man, who's this Hillary? Because I've interrupted the pattern. Now I'm standing out. Now I've interrupted the pattern. So guess what they're going to do? Boop, click on my little face. Gonna take them to my page. What does your storefront look like, my friends? What does your page look like? What are you showing people? I can guarantee you one of the first things I go look at is your profile picture. I'm gonna look if you have stories, and then I'm gonna look at your profile picture, okay? So what are you showing? What are you sharing? You have about 0.2 seconds to get their attention. It better be a picture of yourself. I know your dogs are cute. I know your kids are cute. I know your cats are cute. I know the pictures of whatever you took are amazing and your sunsets and whatever. I know it. But I want to see you. I want to know who you are. And even better, if you all go click on my profile, you'll see that I share in a way that I pray is intriguing and empowering at the same time and makes people want to stay, right? You want to make people want to stay on your page and begin to get curious and be attracted to you, right? So that's one of the tips right there, okay? On the first beginning, it's commenting, okay? So I would personally, instead of having prospect, I'm just like so weird about names and stuff, I would just say friends. 10 to 15 friends from my 8 list, right? Because I feel like in the verbiage that we have, sometimes we can also tell ourselves a story. We can make up a story in certain verbiage, right? So whatever you need to put there, go ahead and put it there. If you're like, oh, I don't really know if I feel comfortable, you know, saying a prospect. That's really, put a different word, no big deal, okay? The next one is add 10 to 20 new friends daily. All right. So when I first started in this business, I was very much like, I gotta appeal to everybody. I need everyone as my friend and da 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 da. Okay. No, You don't have to appeal to everybody, just the right people. Another example from my son, last night he was watching Sea Boys TV, okay, on YouTube. It's like these farmers, or I don't even know, these guys who farm and do weird things and boy stuff, all right? They have thousands and thousands of subscribers and make a lot of money. What are they doing? Are they doing something that's going to appeal to everybody? No. They are doing what appeals to them, who they are. And the people that want that will find it and be attracted to it. Do you think they're worried about the people who think they're ridiculous and whatever, and they're going to bend their content and what they're doing to appease them? No. Because they're rock solid in their impact and their belief and their vision and where they're wanting to go. We're no different, my friends, right? So making sure that while you're looking on that list for the friends, that you're aligning yourself also. I mean, we're not judging a book by its cover, but you can get a sense and an energy, and I want you to be able to trust your gut, trust your instinct, okay? Trust yourself on that one. And I wouldn't recommend going and trying to friend people who have other mutual coffee friends. Like, again, they have them. You want to be unique, right? You can grow your friends list too. We're going into different countries. I did a little training on ways that you can grow your list for people in different countries, different ideas and tips on there. I would go as far as I'm starting to make a list of people in this country, people in that country, right? Like having my list so then I can go and intentionally work and have conversations with them. The other thing on this list is, sorry, this is kind of going a little bit longer, but thank you guys for hanging out with me. And if you're watching the replay, for still holding on strong. You may pause if you're watching the recording and go to the restroom, I promise. You can come back. Anyways, so happy birthday on Messenger. Again, I would encourage you to send a message versus posting on someone's wall. Again, you see all of the things over and over and over again. Be unique, be you. You could, this isn't being inauthentic, but you could use a pre-recorded video of yourself, of you singing happy birthday, like, oh my goodness, it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. I hope you have a fabulous day. Sending off the video. You can send that to everybody on their birthday. It's not you being disingenuous, right? You're still having happy birthday to them. You're just working smarter, not harder. So do that. Again, that's that like, know, and trust factor. That's why if you haven't done lives and gone live, go live, my friends. Go live every darn day, okay? Because here's the deal. I believe in a much higher power than the algorithm. And the people that are supposed to see your stuff will see your stuff, all right? So find something that's unique to you in that happy birthday arena, whether it's you message someone the next day or the day before or whatever that looks like. Be you, and that's it. Doesn't have to be weird, okay? Add value to groups is on here, okay? So now this is like twofold. Number one, you should be going into your customer groups daily. All right, whatever customer group you're a part of, you should be going into that group daily, because inside of that group are your prospects, are your people that you've introduced. And every time you're going and commenting and being active, Facebook does show that on that person's wall without them actually going into the group. All right, so the more active that you are in there, and tell your story inside there over and over and over again, different layers, different things of your story. Okay, share it in there. There are people who get paid millions of dollars to say the same thing over and over and over again. So stop telling yourself that nobody wants to hear it. Okay, because not everyone's heard it. And the Lord makes new people every single day. All right. So going and adding values into groups. This could be also groups that you're a part of to grow your network, moms groups, whatever your likes and interests are. That's also something that's super important. Don't lose who you are. Don't be just like, now I'm just a coffee girl and I'm a professional network marketer, right? Like that's all I'm doing. No, be you. Again, what makes you unique? Do you love to garden? Do you love to cook? Do you love to whatever you love to do? Still continue to do those things. I am still looking for someone who wants to, on the daily, tell me what to make for dinner. Okay, please. It needs to be simple, and my kids somewhat have to eat it. All right. Can you just do that for me, please? Somebody. If you're that person, I can tell you people are going to follow you. Right? Like, I wish my mother would have told me, like, you have kids, you decide for the rest of your life what everyone eats. Not everyone's going to like it, right? Thank you, coffee, for the patience. Checking private and team messages, okay? On the daily, you don't have to be in groups all the time. Here's the other thing. Gosh, I'm going long. I'm so sorry, y'all, for holding on. Thank you. I just have so much I want to share with you because I want all of you to win so dang much because there's so many things happening and big bonuses and the silver and all the things. I want you to know the things to do. Okay. Okay. So checking private messages and team messages. All right. Here's the deal, you guys. Being on calls like this, being in the coffee chats, looking in the chats, reading the team pages. Yes, it's part of your business, but it is not going to move the dial. Okay. The action steps previous of planting the seeds, asking the question, hey, do you drink coffee? Right? Getting people into the group. That should be your dial. That should be your goal, right? Into that customer group. How many people are you having conversations with? And that can vary based upon the outcome that you want, right? But you should always set yourself a minimum number, a non-negotiable, right? Stop giving yourself a plan B all the time because you want this. You're here. You're still hanging out with me. You're still listening to the recording. You want this. You deserve this. So stop sabotaging yourself. Stop not doing the thing and making the excuses. Go do it because you want it. You can get it, right? So decide what that looks like because the more people that you get into those groups, the more exposure that you're going to have. It's no different than having a store. If you have a store and your doors aren't open and you're not inviting people in, you cannot be mad if no one's purchasing. You're not even open, right? You also cannot be mad if Star goes and buys from someone else, Marcy, if your store was closed. You can't be mad at Star, or you can't be mad at me for selling to Star. My store was open. She walked in. I'm selling the same thing. Take the steps. Open your doors. Ask the question. Trust yourself. If the Lord is whispering to you, message that person, message them. Why am I sharing this? Because I've done it to myself. I'm like, okay, God, I'm not really sure I want to message that person. And I waited and I hesitated, and guess what? They joined somewhere else. And I knew it. I knew that they needed something. I knew that they wanted something else, and I didn't trust myself. And I didn't go for it because I tried to protect myself. I made it about me. I wanted to stay in my comfort zone, right? Don't do that. Highly recommend against that. All right. But no, you're not alone in those feelings. You're not alone. And it's, gonna break it to you. It doesn't go away. It does get easier, but it doesn't go away. We still live on Earth. Okay. So going in, reading team announcements. Again, you're your own CEO. You cannot be mad at your upline, your sideline, your whatever. If you miss a call or miss a thing or don't know, it's there. Did you go read it? Did you go look? Did you watch the recording? Right? Please don't be, okay, this just came to my mind as like a story. We've all been to school, right? And I'm just thinking in college in particular, right? Let's say that like Nietzsche, Star, Marcy, and I, you guys are on my screen. We're going to class together, right? So we all have the same class. We're going to class together. Marcy skips class all the time, and Marcy continues to message Nietzsche, Star, and myself and said, oh, can you tell me what they talked about today? We're going to be like cool telling Marcy a few times, but after a while, we're going to be honest, we're going to be slightly annoyed. Marcy, show up, right? Show up. No, Marcy, I know you're not doing this, so smile. I know that's not you, but it's just an example of what that can feel like, right? Take accountability, show up. If you can show up, watch the recording, do the thing. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save you. We got a boat. We've got the happy rocket ship. We are locked and loaded. But if you're putting yourself on an island waiting for a special invitation every dang time, it's not coming. This is it. This is your permission slip. If you felt like you needed one, this is it. Get on. This is your ticket. This is your invitation. Show up. You're showing up here. Continue to show up. Be the person that you want on your team, right? Stop saying, oh, if I just recruited someone like this, if I recruited someone like that, then I'd really get here or get there. Be that person. Be your own rock star, right? Because we can't ask other people to do things we're not doing. So show up for yourself. Show up for your family. Show up for that impact. Show up for why you're doing it. Show up for the people that have no idea what we have here and are praying and are the mamas in the bathroom on the floor saying, how am I going to do this? Lord, help me. I am tired. I am exhausted. I am sad. I am lonely. We have the answer for all of those people. Go share it. Get over your dang self. Get over those fears and push through, because that impact and why we're doing what we're doing, why we're the happy co, is so much greater, my friends, so much greater. And we're taking it global and we're moving mountains and changing things. All right. We are sharing happiness. That's the impact. That's powerful. Get on board to that. Pep yourself up, whatever you got to do. Stand up, put your shoulders back, be proud. It's not just a cup of coffee. So much more. Share it. Share that. It says sample 2 people. Again, how do you sample people? You ask them. Hey, do you drink coffee? Hey, I saw your post about coffee. Would you like a sample? You're not asking them to give you their firstborn. Try the coffee. You guys, we have the new unwind sticks. Do you know how many people don't sleep? There's a lot going on in the world. A lot of people are overworked, just exhausted, and they're not able to sleep. Our unwind is incredible. Offer the gift of sleep to people. Let them try it out, right? Following up, asking the question. Follow up with those prospects. Ask the closing question. Hey, Angelina, is this something you'd like to get started on? Yeah, I would. Awesome. Let me help you. There you go. Follow up with team, customers, goes along the same things, right? Follow up. It has on here, send out 5 app invites daily. I'll tell you, I don't really use the app that much, but it's amazing if you use it, right? And if that's something that you use to grow your business, go ahead and do that. And the next things that they have on here, this is where I was like, I really wanted to bring this sheet out to share. And then I promised you I'm going to be wrapping it up. I'm like, the tape's going to be playing like, okay, Hillary, off the stage. It says empower post, curiosity, product biz post, entertaining post, educational post, personal post. Okay, so it's got all these posts and it's like 3 times a week, and maybe you're looking at it and going, oh my gosh. And oftentimes what I see is in the overwhelm, there's just no activity, right? In the overthinking, analysis, paralysis, you're just like, oh, I don't even know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to sit back here and not do anything, because that's way more comfortable. Not doing anything because I'm not really sure. Okay, these are just ideas, guidelines. What could be an empowering post? Share a quote that touched you. That's empowering. You're empowering others. You're sharing that, right? Curiosity, product, business post. You know what these look like, right? Sharing your story, how it impacted you. I can't believe how simple it was, right? Creating that curiosity. Entertaining post. If you're funny, be funny. Share funny things, share funny stories. I mean, I don't know. I think it's pretty entertaining when I share about Hendrix not wiping his own butt and calling me from the bathroom all the time. And if you know, it's not happening on this call because I had a very strong conversation with my husband about keeping him outside. I'm like, can I just have a call where he doesn't come in and want me to wipe his butt? But it's entertaining, right? It's real life. Educational. Again, this is a part of a problem solving. Like, how are you educating them on solving the problem? Now, this doesn't mean you need to go and sign up for nutrition classes and have whatever, okay? Your authority, right? Your ability to speak on this just comes from your own experience, right? This is what you've experienced, all right? So share that. Or educational could be, again, you're someone who loves healthy recipes. So you share healthy recipes, you share, you know, cleaning tips, life hacks, whatever. You're educating. Again, it goes into that like, know, and trust. They're coming back to you for something, okay? And then a personal post, it says. So, and here's the other thing is you can mix a personal and an educational. They don't have to be just like in these categories. Again, don't overthink it. Trust yourself, follow it. I say that you can have coffee sprinkled into your stories all the time. Those go away. Plus people like to see what people do. It's very strange, but we're all like, why do you think reality shows are so like huge? People want to know, we're all nosy. And you know what part of that nosiness and that wanting to know comes from? Is we want to know we're not alone, right? We want to know that someone else maybe feels the way that we feel. So we search for that and we look for people that make us feel less alone or less wrong for our feelings or how we are, right? It's that connectivity as human beings that we want to be around people, okay? And then it has the weekly goals and your results of it. Again, if you're not keeping track of these things, you're really doing yourself a disservice. So instead of looking at it as overwhelming or, you know, this is a lot of work or, oh my gosh, blah, 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 whatever story you want to tell yourselves is, think about this. The impact and the activity and the action that you want to make equals the income, right? So the bigger the impact, the bigger the action and the activity, the bigger the income, right? Now, that income, that rank, that title, that doesn't equal your worth, right? Doesn't equal who you are as a human being. You're all amazing. You're just getting rewarded for that impact and the action that you're taking. All right? So I want to leave you guys with this. Whatever you decide your impact is, why you're doing what you're doing, you have permission to change it. Number one, it doesn't have to be rock solid, right? You can change it, it can evolve, right? But I want you all to make a commitment to yourselves to take the daily action, because you want to, not because you have to, not because it's going to benefit whoever, right? Because you want to, because you're here to make a difference. You're on this call because you want to make a difference, right? In your lives, in the lives of others. So take the action to do that. Take the action to do that. Surround yourself with people and, you know, activity and all that feels empowering, that feels good for you. Change the tape, change the story, push, delete on the BS and the excuses and the self-sabotage and all of it. Put play on your life, my friends. We're promised today, this moment, right? This moment right now. Again, the quote that's been going around, I don't know who said it, but who loses if you don't win? Who loses if you don't win, right? And my favorite quote of all time, and you'll hear me share it on every single call, is Maya Angelou. People forget what you said, people forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So focus on making people feel exactly how you would want to feel, right? Empowered, happy. We all know that we can feel people's energy. We can feel it, right? Make sure that what you're giving off is what you want people to see and feel, okay? And again, that's going to vary day to day based upon whatever. But if you always do your best and know that your best will vary as well, right? But do your best and committed to that, you will not fail. You cannot fail, okay? So I love and appreciate each and every one of you so much for hanging out with me on this Saturday. I don't take it for granted at all. I feel incredibly privileged and honored to be here with each and every one of you. You're not here by accident. That fire, that passion, that want for something more wasn't placed in you by accident, right? So go out and take action on that. Share it passionately, boldly, and be you. The income will come, the rank will come, all the things will come, right? But you have to do the do. Take the action. All right, my friends. And if you're watching this recording, thank you too. All right, you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hillary. Always awesome. Bless everybody.